73 BC Capua. The legend of gladiators, among whom Spartacus stood out, began here. The city was known for its gladiatorial school, a place where helpless slaves were turned into tools for the entertainment of Roman citizens. Deadly duels, brutal training, and cruelty. Every morning began with pain. It wasn't just a school, it was hell, where death seemed to be the only escape. Phrygia, like so many others, had found herself here against her will. She had been born in a coastal town on the east, but her life was shattered when Roman soldiers raided her village. First, she was enslaved by a wealthy Roman, but later sold into the gladiatorial school in Capua. A female gladiator was a rarity, but Phrygia was extraordinary. Her strength, her ability to survive, and her unwavering resolve caught the attention of the trainers, and soon she found herself among those who fought in the arena. The training was merciless. From dawn till dusk, they honed their skills. Sword strikes, defense, quick movements. And it was in this ruthless world, where feelings had no place, that he appeared. Spartacus. Tall, strong, with eyes filled with determination. He was a warrior when they captured him. His body was scarred, but his spirit had not been broken. He was someone who knew no fear, yet had lost his freedom. Their first encounter happened in the training hall. Spartacus stood with the other gladiators, waiting for another brutal session. Phrygia, like all the women, usually trained separately from the men, but she was no less fierce. She approached the group, and their eyes met. Spartacus noticed her immediately. Her eyes were filled with pain, but also with resolve. She didn't look at him with pity, as many others did, but with respect. And perhaps in that gaze they saw each other. It wasn't just a moment. It was the first clash of two souls, broken yet unbowed. Spartacus understood that here, amid all the suffering, he had found someone who could understand him, someone who shared his pain. Each day became more grueling, but Spartacus and Phrygia became allies. She taught him the combat techniques she had learned from her battles, and he imparted his strength of spirit to her. They began to understand each other without words. When they trained together, everything else disappeared. Their world shrank to the arena, to every strike, every breath. It wasn't just about survival anymore. It was about honor, about revenge. Then one day, in the midst of another brutal session, as the Romans watched from the sidelines, Spartacus couldn't hold back. A fire ignited inside him. He could no longer be a slave. He could no longer be